Yes.
Trey.
Hi, Trey.
I wanted to ask a few questions. I'm talking to a lot of people, and everybody seems to be here for one reason or another.
Yes.
Different reasons. Is there one? People usually gather because they have something common. What does everybody here have in common?
I think everybody here sees that something is terribly wrong with our country and wrong with what we're doing in the world. And everybody is here because they care enough to stop their daily lives for a minute and to say, stop. We cannot continue. 10 years we've been occupying Afghanistan, the second poorest country in the world. 10 years. We're bombing 6 other countries. Some people are here, well, like you said, people are here for different reasons.
People want college money, some people are unfair with the war situation. There's a lot of things. People are mortgage, all sorts of things. But it seems like the common trend is everyone here is aware that they have to pool their resources, pool their opinions, and speak with a really loud voice. That's just an impression I have.
Well, I think everyone here is aware that for the first time in the history of our country, 1% of the people own over half of our resources.
Wow, that's impossible. I mean, there's a 1%, that means there's 99% that's letting it happen.
That's right. You're right. We can say it that way too. We have let it happen for a long time.
Why?
You know, there was an old guy who was a philosopher who lived at the same time as Marx. And he said, capitalism has to depend on a dumb populace.
So we're not educated.
Not only are we not educated, we are brainwashed. You know, look around you.
Whoa. You just called 99% of the population brainwashed.
Absolutely.
How so?
Many, many ways. You know, one, this whole thing about communism. When our country, one of the greatest propaganda myths that our country perpetuated is that communism is horrible. I mean, communism says everyone has the same resources, basically. That's what communism is. See? Even you.
That makes no sense to me. I mean, here's what I'm saying. Everyone has the resources, but everyone's a unique individual. If you really read up on communism, you find in a communistic society, everyone pulls their resources, pulls their uniqueness, pulls their individuality, and everyone maintains an ideal level of existence instead of 1% in the whole show.
Right.
So the brainwashing's been counter that. The brainwashing's been to combat that whole mindset.
Absolutely. We have been working against our own best interests for a long time. Willingly. You know, willingly. We work against our own best interests. You should see when we put up a banner, tax the rich, people go, do you think I'm rich? How much money do you have to make in order for me to be taxed? And they're like, you're talking to me, honey, you're not rich.
Wow.
You know?
Wow, everyone got so scared that they might have to give something to others.
That they might be considered rich, they might be the ones, and that they also, if they don't think they're rich, they think one day I'm going to be rich. You know, I want that what all those rich people want. I want it. You know, that's...
I mean, here's what you're saying. I mean, it's just, tell me if it's too blunt, that we live in a society that advocates greed and self-interest above everything else.
Everything else. Everything else. And
that's a hard thing to face.
We do not give a shit about anybody. Anything. We care about our jobs, we care about our lives, we care about our families. We don't care. We don't care how we got this shirt, who had to suffer, who's enslaved.
Well, look at the dump that we're in now because of that same mindset. Now, no one has anything because society has nurtured this type of self-centeredness. Now we have nothing.
Well, no, I disagree with you. You know, first of all, 1% of the people in this country have a hell of a lot of things. Well, that's a lot of people. That's what is that? 125,000 people, and that's not a lot of people. But
so what does the collective have if not things?
You know, we have so much. We can go to a gas station 24/7 and fill up with gas. We can go 24/7 and buy food. You know, we live so, even the poorest among us, there are few poor here, there are. But nothing like how other people live. You know, the biggest problem is that we have 4% of the world's population. We consume up to 60% of the world's resources. Yes, not only are we based on greed, but everything we have here, we've gotten through war. We've gotten through killing somebody, enslaving somebody, taking their resources, taking from the people, from the work. Their work.
Change that though. How are we going to exist? How are we going to survive if we stop?
No.
That way,
what you're really saying is, how are we going to exist without this level of lifestyle? How are we going to exist without 20 TVs and 60,000 shoes?
How are we going to exist without that attitude of survival of the fittest?
It's not survival of the fittest. It's survival of the meanest. Survival of the people who are willing to do whatever it takes to get what they want, including kill people, including enslave people, including destroy the environment. It's not survival of the fittest. It's survival of the meanest.
Okay, let's say that I'm at home right now.
Yep.
I'm looking at this on my flat screen. I'm going to watch survival. I got a nice house and a nice car. Why should I care?
That's right. Why should you care? You know, you have to answer that for yourself, because that is what is wrong. You know, how many people in this country consider themselves Christian? I mean, when you said that, I thought about Jesus. I'm not a Christian, but I've read the Bible. You know, I was hungry. You're supposed to feed me. How can we sit? You know, I think
about right and wrong. I don't know what right and wrong is. I know what beneficial and not beneficial is.
And you think it's beneficial. See, we're so disconnected. You think it's beneficial for you to get a cheap shirt while somebody has worked, a child maybe, from 3 in the morning until 10 at night, making that shirt for you so you can have it cheap. We have to.
You know what I'm saying? You're talking about something like, you're not just talking about,
no,
okay, get a bill passed. Something inside a person has to change.
I'm talking about a paradigm change. I'm talking about a paradigm change. I'm talking about a change of consciousness. You know, we have to become conscious. We have to think about, every time we spend a penny, we have to think about, what are we buying? Every time we make a penny, we have to think about, where's this money coming from? You know, we can live very simply. We have not lived this way for long. We've lived without oil for most of humanity, has lived without oil. We've only lived.
I want you to step into my time machine here. What happens if we don't make that paradigm change?
Well, I mean, how many species are dying? How many?
Humanity's doing great, right?
White humanity, maybe in the U.S. of A. You know, humanity in Libya is being bombed, in Afghanistan, in Iraq. Right now, there might be a drone up here spying on us, listening to what we're saying, and maybe they'll target us. You know, if we were in Afghanistan, U.S. soldiers will be targeting us and killing us. And okay, so there's a few other people. Let's not call them people. Let's call them collateral damage. You know, that way it's easier to kill them. But we're wiping out people.
In other places, if we persist this way, this nation persists this way, we could be one of these war-torn countries, resource-drained countries, and really be in deep trouble if we don't make a certain change now.
You know, I'm not sure about these war-torn countries. These war-torn countries have all suffered genocide. They've all been conquered, either by some European country or by the U.S. So when you look around the world, you're talking about people who are struggling under the effects of genocide. When you look at our country and Europe and a few other countries like that, you're looking at people who are suffering because we've been the perpetuators of genocide. You know, we have got to, like you said, our heart, our soul, we have got to stop. And we are destroying the world.
Can you step in my time machine again? What happens if we do change our heart? How will humanity be affected if right now people decide to make a change?
You know, I have so much faith in humanity. I don't have faith in people who are willing to do anything to get what they want. But I kind of see it as we're all swimming in this cesspool. And, you know, that's what people say. What if all of a sudden we got out of the cesspool and we are in a beautiful place? What's going to happen? We can figure it out. We're human beings. We're smart. We're compassionate. We're passionate. Let women lead. Women step forward and women lead.
Women do lead. Right now, they just kind of lead behind the scenes, but, you know.
We need to lead right up front. You know, we need to take over. And because we have those values. We have those values of treasuring life, of protecting life, of creating life.
You know, ancient societies, especially small community societies, used to be founded upon a wise woman.
Yes.
Something like that.
Yeah. It has to happen again. And men need to follow our lead. They need to learn how to shut up, sit back, and follow our lead, and not think they have better ideas, that they can do it better.
You can't run on testosterone.
No, it can't.
Wow. You said a mouthful today.
I did.
Beautiful words. No. All well said.
Oh, thank you.
Words, and I hope that people listen up.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.